all our practices invite us to go beyond the ordinary mind, because the ordinary mind was created to see separation, differences. And then it tries to put them all back together. But it's an atomizer. It breaks things up. And just like an atomizer, a mister, it can't put all those droplets back together again. Well, fortunately, we don't have to, because they were never really separate. That's what the mind has to discover again, that in its stillness, when it stops that whole process of breaking everything up, separating things out, unity is already present, fully to be known here and now, always. Come together, both so that we can get free of that illusion of all the separateness and all the differences and all the sense of lacking things and wanting things and needing things that come out of that mind-born reality of deficiency, and then constantly being driven to acquire them. To get free of that, well, that's what the Eastern traditions called liberation. When Buddha talked about nirvana as extinguishing, he was talking about extinguishing all the cravings, wantings, needings that come out of ignorance. The root of all suffering is ignorance. So we want to get free ourselves, and we want to be in that state that then empowers us to free all beings, because all beings are our own self. The commitment to realizing one's highest nature, however we might call that, Buddha nature, Christ consciousness, fully realized, liberated, a whole variety of names, to be committed to both knowing that, attaining that, and then living that into the world to save all beings. Now, that is an exalted goal. It's the highest goal of human existence. It's really at the root of why we take birth, is to know that and serve that truth as the very being of who we are. It doesn't mean what often people think about, the mind in its games of being too much of a caretaker. But that kind of vow isn't about still inhabiting the little mind that gets exhausted. That neurotic mind is not who you are. It's not your Buddha nature. We have to come to know the infinitude of being as our very self. Then those boundless qualities of boundless compassion, boundless wisdom, unshakable peace, rapturous joy, inexhaustible. They're not the ego-driven substitutes that the mind tries to create by trying to be a good person. I'm going to be kind, I'm going to be compassionate. But the poor ego mind runs out of those things so quickly, it confronts then its own limitations. Those limitations don't belong to the truth of who you are. They don't belong to the truth of our own divine nature. So we're stepping out of that entire model.